Muted.
Just a little bit about us. My name is Aston Reyes. I am a SharePoint consultant, and I am responsible for the installation and training of LMS365 Cloud, as well as the support desk at eLearning Americas. And basically, I help administer SharePoint and Office 365 for various clients, as well as internally.
And I'm Victoria Schultz. I'm the Partner Accounts and Marketing Manager at eLearning Americas, which means I'm responsible for all things marketing and partner-related, social media, events, all the fun stuff. And I use SharePoint and Office 365 in my day-to-day activities, but I wanted to learn more, so I asked Aston, hey, you know all about this stuff, a bit of a Microsoft guru here. Maybe you can share a little bit about how I can use it more efficiently. And I thought other people could benefit as well, so that's why we're here.
Awesome. All right. So let's discuss what this will entail then. So basically in the next 30 minutes, what are we going to walk away with? So first off, we're basically going to talk about 3 specific apps on Office 365 that not many people know about. Because when you think about the typical Office suite, you think of the typical apps that we know and love that we've used throughout our lives, such as Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. But not many people know of these new apps that are also part of Office 365 that are Sway, Office Mix, and Office 365 Video. So that's what's going to be the topic of conversation for today for our webinar. And then in general, what we want to do is be able to understand how we can actually use these 3 apps and use them easily to enhance our organization and our utilization of our Office 365 suite of products. And we will see how we can learn and who benefits from these tools the most, as well as the type of content that you can offer at your company level to be able to leverage these different tools available to you so that you can really enhance your utilization of Office 365 for things that you already have and things that you should take a look at.
Awesome. So you mentioned all of these apps. And I'm familiar with Office Mix a little bit, but really don't know how to properly utilize them. So why don't you give us an overview, me and the audience, of what each of these apps are and what you can do with them?
Sure. So basically, we'll start off what these apps are with Sway. So basically, not many people know off the top of their head what Sway generally means, right? When we think of the other Office apps like PowerPoint, Excel, you have a typical association to it, right? Like Word, you think of documents. PowerPoint, you think of slide decks. For Sway, the best way to think about what a Sway is that it's a way to showcase your content. So it's a way to reimagine how your ideas come to life. Using Sways, basically you can create a bunch of different things like interactive reports, different presentations, personal stories, and more. So you can really take advantage of what Sways are in terms of showcasing them to your audience. So the way that Sways get presented is that you build them off in websites, and they're kind of a fancy cross between a website and a PowerPoint. So you'll be able to see what Sway has to offer in terms of what it can give you and how it showcases things. So we've seen multiple ways that Sways are being used, such as newsletters, company updates, case studies. They're a really great way to showcase your ideas and content.
That sounds pretty cool, especially for a marketer like me. Maybe you can show me in Sway exactly what we can build and show everyone else like an example.
Sure. So why don't we go ahead and exit out of this PowerPoint slide and let's see your screen, Victoria. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to come up with something that we can come up with on Sway. So let's go over to sway.com. Which is where we are going to be able to access our Sways. And once you log in to sway.com, basically all you have to do is log in with your Office 365 account, and you'll be brought to the Sway homepage. So now we're here on the Sway homepage, and if we scroll through, we can see a couple of things. So we see your current Sways that you're working on. We can start from a template, and we can also see the Sway showcase. So we can get inspired by featured Sways that are publicly shown. So you can see how to sway, the universe. If you keep on clicking, you'll be able to see some other examples. So you have a presentation on the Red Panda, for example, or the Art Film Institute at LA County Museum of Art. So there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize Sway. It's not just geared towards a specific small thing, you can really expand it to a bunch of different topics, a bunch of different companies, a bunch of different utilization purposes. So for our case at eLearning Force Americas, I think what we can do for a sway is why don't we discuss that annual golf tournament that we have coming up soon. So at eLearning Force Americas, we have an
Yeah.
annual golf tournament that we do. And basically, why don't we talk about that?
Sure, I'd love to find a way that I can inform everyone in the company, and especially new employees, what it's about. Can we use Sway to do that?
Yeah, of course. So why don't we start from a template because that makes things a lot easier. So generally,
Okay.
the annual golf tournament, it's kind of it's a business affair, but it's also kind of a vacation, right? So why don't we look through, see if there's any templates that that kind of lend itself to being a vacation of sorts. So look
Oh,
over there. We got
vacation story.
exactly vacation story. So why don't we start off with that template? Click on it. And then what that will do is that it will give us a little preview of what that template will be like, and then starting from that template, we can create our own. So that's what the template looks like. If you scroll down, you can see what a sway is kind of like. Basically, it's like a website. This sway is going to be a vertical sway, but there's also horizontal sways. And it also has a lot of different things like different animations, transitions. And what's really convenient about sway as well is that sways are dynamically changing based off of the device that you're using. So if you open up a sway on your phone or your tablet, it's going to dynamically change. To simulate that, we can like minimize our window, and you can see how it's dynamically changing based off of the screen size. So it's really convenient to showcase your content regardless of where you're getting your content from. So whether you're on a phone or a tablet, it'll be fine. You don't have to worry about customizing this specific thing to work on all things. It already just does it for you. So let's go ahead and let's actually use this template. So click on the Edit button.
Up at the top. All
Mhm.
right, here we go.
And it will start preparing our template for use. And then all you have to do once it loads up this template is just swap out the stuff that's already there for stuff that we want to use.
Internet's taking its time a little bit. There we go. It was getting in vacation mode.
Yes, it is. So now that we're on the edit mode, now we have the edit pane. So we have cards, storyline, and the preview pane. And all we have to do to edit our sway is just use the storyline editor and just click on what we want to edit and change it. So if you click on Vacation Story Title, for example, you can just click on there and then change out the title.
All right. Easy enough. Okay. And I can add a pretty picture.
Exactly. So all you have to do to add a picture is you can either drag and drop content from your cards or from your computer or click on the button to add new images. So however you want to add them, go ahead and add them.
Okay, and here's an image. Let's see. Oh, I can just drag it straight in there. Okay. I think I have some of those pictures open. Here we go.
Yep, so those are images from last year I see. So all
Mm-hmm.
you have to do is just drag and drop it to the browser and then you'll add it to the sway.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, and exactly, and you can get if you click on the preview, you'll see what it looks like when we're creating them. So it's on the fly, drag and drop interface, really simple. You don't need to know any coding. You don't need to know any kind of special tips or tricks. It's literally a drag and drop interface for you to be able to change up the content on your sway.
Awesome.
Yep. And then basically, once you're all done editing it, you will get something like what we have completed earlier today. So it's really quick and simple to create something, and all we have to do to go to a completed one is to go over to our completed one over here, which is a demonstration of what a completed sway would look like with that template. So if you scroll down, you can see how we modified it. We added pictures, we added text, but it still uses the same template. So it was really quick and easy for us to get this done. Now we could create this whole sway again, but basically I can guarantee you that this sway just took a little under 5 minutes to come up, and now we have something that's really showcasing what we had from last year.
Perfect. Yeah, super simple. Drag and drop, easy to go.
Exactly. And of course, this is for our annual golf tournament, but there's a lot of other applications that you can use this for, especially business applications. So not only is it for showing things like pictures of golf courses, but we've seen clients use Sway for things like case studies to showcase really how well their products are for their customers. So case studies are a great way to use this. We've seen a lot of people use it for newsletters because it's really nice. You'll be able to push out those links, and then people will be able to pull them up from their emails, from their social media. It's really a great way to showcase your content.
Yeah, I
So,
like it. So
yeah.
what about the other apps?
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to our PowerPoint slide and let's talk about the next app, which is going to be Office Mix.
All right. Office Mix. Tell me all about it.
Okay, so Office Mix is basically an add-on for PowerPoint, and it's a way to get your PowerPoint above and beyond what it actually is. So typically when people think of PowerPoint, they think of the basic slide deck that everyone knows and loves. But what happens if I told you that you can actually make that slide deck even more interactive and fun than it was previously with just slides and animations?
That sounds good. No more death by PowerPoint, I guess.
Exactly. So basically, Office Mix allows you to really easily create and share interactive online videos and presentations for your users. So the typical thing with PowerPoints is that something like what we're doing today with this webinar is that we generally get people in a room and show them a PowerPoint slide. But with Office Mix, you can actually do a lot more than just that. You can actually do things like voice, video, and digital ink recording. So you can actually record yourself doing your PowerPoint presentation and upload it into Office Mix, and then everything that you're doing during that creation, like any inking that you use if you have a tablet, a Windows tablet, to make your Office Mixes, it will actually show in a live demonstration, so it's as if you're actually there. You can also do things like polls and interactive apps. You can utilize this also for insights and analytics to see who is actually seeing your Office Mixes, who's actually participating in them, as well as the fact that just like Office Sway, this can work on any device as well. So it works on phones, tablets, it'll work everywhere that you have a modern browser. So why don't we go and take a look at that. So why don't we switch over to our blank PowerPoint slide, Victoria.
All right, let's open one of those up.
And basically Office Mix is a add-on for PowerPoint. So you do have to install it. And in order to do that, all you have to do is go to mix.office.com, and then there will be a link to download the add-on. So you already downloaded it previously, so that we don't have to look at a progress bar. But after you do that, now you'll have a new tab for Mix. So you can see here that we opened up a new presentation. We started off from a template because we like templates, and now we have the Mix tab. So go ahead and click on the Mix tab.
All right, there it is.
Exactly.
I see you have a bunch of options here.
Exactly. You have a bunch of options. So like I was mentioning before, you can do slide recording. So that will allow you to actually go through your PowerPoint slide and actually record yourself doing audio and even video. So we've seen applications, and me personally, I've done this for our training actually. So when I'm training people on our products, what I actually do is make an Office Mix. So I just load up PowerPoint. I have my PowerPoint slide deck, and then I even have my my webcam turned on so that they can see my intonations in my face, so I can convey even more what the product is about and how to train on it. So in our case, though, let's stick to this trend of this annual golf tournament. So why don't we utilize Office Mix to do an interactive poll for polling what our employees want from our annual golf tournament. So
that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So all we need to do for that is to just make a PowerPoint slide just like any other PowerPoint slide, but then enhance it with what we have for Mix. So go ahead and just like make a title. Let's add a couple of slides as well so that we can make an interactive poll.
All right, we want your feedback. And then, so do I insert a blank slide? Does it matter which slide I include for this?
So it actually does not matter what kind of slide that you include. Because the interactive poll is pretty large, though, we might want to use a blank
Mhm.
slide. But you could
Okay.
totally do like things like the to content or stuff like that, so you can add images and pictures and make it look really fancy. In our case, since we're doing a webinar, we'll just do something quick just to showcase the functionality, and then we'll have something that really shows the time and effort that we put into a completed mix. So go ahead and click on the Mix tab, and we will go in and click on Quizzes Video Apps. So those video apps will allow us to have those interactive polls.
All right, excited to see. There we go.
Hmm.
Multiple choice, multiple response, free response.
Yep, so there's
Oh,
a
you
lot
get
of
the
different options.
content.
Yep, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can even get content from Khan Academy. You can add stuff, more stuff from the store. In our case, we're going to stick to the default multiple response poll for our utilization. So go ahead and select that. And let's come up with the question that we want. So you can see here that it just loads up a very simple interface for us. So it allows us to insert a question and insert our options here.
All right, I want to know where people want to play golf this year. Emphasize that it's a fun activity. You can bold it, I guess,
Yep,
and
exactly.
italicize. Awesome. Okay.
So you can totally use the editor to really enhance the look and feel of your sway or of your mix. So now we can insert our options.
All right, I know last year we were in Las Vegas, so have that as an option. And then there's a great course in Half Moon Bay near me, so I will add that. Oh, I can add a third option. Pebble Beach. All right, oh, don't need this one.
Yep.
All right,
And
what
now that
next?
you can actually click preview now to see what your users will actually see once they've completed it. And you'll see here that this is what they're actually going to see when they see their mix when they've loaded it up. So they'll be able to click on the options that they want and submit them. So all we have to do to continue this trend is just continue making questions. But in our case, we have a fully completed mix, so why don't we switch over to that? So basically the idea is that once you're done, you just hit on the Upload to Mix button, and then that will guide you on how to upload it to your Mix site. And then once you have something completed, then you'll have something like this, where we're hosting our mix on mix.office.com. And when we go through it, we can actually go and see what that mix looks like. So if we continue on here, we can see here that we have this slide asking for their input, we have images, and now we have this option to actually complete the mix. So go ahead and select your options. We can see here that we've made it a bit more fancy with some images of what the resorts are like for this question. So go ahead and
Mhm.
select one.
Well, let's try something new. Florida, that sounds good. Okay, and submit down here. I've submitted, and I can move forward. And this information is then recorded on the back end so that I can
Exactly.
see it if I was the one creating it?
Correct. So
Awesome.
once you log into your sways, you can actually go into the analytics section, and it'll actually see what those results are like for your people. So basically, you'll be able to deploy this for your employees and be able to pull this information.
Awesome. Okay, what events do I want? Definitely need some practice. Food also very important. There we go. Submit
Food is
again.
very important.
And keep going. What's next? Do I have any other suggestions? Okay, so this is the free answer one. Maybe for the vegetarians, a vegetarian option for food. I know people forget about that sometimes. Okay, and submit that.
Yep.
And we're done.
Yep, we're done. And because Mix is a sharing experience, you will be able to basically create your own as well as being part of the Office 365 suite. So it's a really an interactive experience amongst everyone in the company.
Nice. I like it. This is great. I definitely can get feedback from the team this way.
Awesome, right? So why don't we go in and discuss another way to showcase content in our Office 365? Why don't we talk about Office 365 video? So
All
Office
right.
365, yep. So Office 365 video Basically, since the dawn of the internet, people have been wanting a way to conveniently showcase video online, and it hasn't been the easiest of things. I'm sure that a lot of people have known the troubles of dealing with something like Flash or dealing with installing QuickTime, stuff like that. Recently, we've been having a better experience with video services such as like YouTube and Netflix, but it's still a very difficult thing to actually showcase video because there's such a variety of video content, a variety of different things like codecs and encoding and stuff like that. It's a thing that is more difficult than it should be. But with Office 365 Video, it's a very simple way to actually allow you to share video content in your organization. So the big thing with Office 365 Video is that it's a way to have you have an internet website portal for your videos to share. Whereas most companies, they typically kind of load up a private YouTube account and they have to fiddle with privacy settings and making sure that they share links. It's a bit of a cumbersome experience if you just want to share videos internally. But with Office 365 Video, it makes it really simple to showcase video content in your Office 365 environment. And all you have to do in order to do that is just share your videos onto the system, drag and drop it just like what we saw with Sway and Office Mix, and be able to showcase and share them with the rest of your company, as well as other people outside of your company if you choose to open that up for people.
All right, let's take a look and see what all of that looks like. I'd love to see. Maybe we can use some of that drone footage from last year's golf tournament. I know that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So we have that fancy drone footage from our colleagues. They have a 4K video content. So 4K is very big and very very hard to deal with because it's super high quality. So why don't we go to Office Video? To get to that, why don't we exit out of here? And to get to Office Video, all you have to do is log into your Office 365 environment and then click on the Apps section. So there's no direct link to Office Video because each one is specialized for your specific instance of Office 365. So once you're logged into your Office 365, though, you just click on the lovingly called the waffle menu, and you will click on the Videos button, exactly. So once you're in the video section, you'll be brought to the Office Video homepage, which it will showcase your currently trending videos. In our case, though, what we want to do is utilize channels. So what channels are, they're similar to what you would see on a TV, where you can make basically specific channels for your organization. So we have a couple on ours, and we can actually have them sorted out by different organization titles, right? So we have HR, we have marketing, we have sales, and you can actually block this off and set this up in your organization so that only people that are responsible for each of them have access to these areas. In our case, we have the annual golf tournament area as well, where we're going to be uploading our own content. So if you click on that, we'll see that channel. And we can see a couple of videos that we already have uploaded. But in our case, we also want to upload our own video. So I know that we have some drone footage saved. Do you have it somewhere, Victoria, in terms of how we can upload it?
Yeah, I think it's still in my downloads. What do I have to do?
All you have to do is click the upload button. And then once you do, you'll be able to basically drag and drop it into your channel.
Oh, awesome. And then I can select where I want to add it, and I don't want to add it to community, so annual golf tournament is fine. Let's see if I can find that file. There we go. Oh, and drag and drop. Oh, there we go.
Yep. And you can see how quick and easy it was. We didn't have to do anything crazy to make it work. All we had to do was just drag and drop it, and now we're uploading a video. So while that's uploading in the background, you can put in the title, the description, and basically just leave it in the background uploading. And once it's done uploading, you'll actually get an email notifying you that your content has been uploaded and it's ready to share.
Awesome. Okay. And all of this information will be saved along with it.
Exactly. So once it's done uploading, it'll save the information. It'll notify you on your email that your video has finished uploading, because videos take some time, especially when you have some very large videos. We're just doing some stock drone footage, but basically videos can be really utilized to your advantage. So instead of just office mixes and sways, with video, let's say that we have a recorded meeting from somewhere else, and we wanted to upload that into our Office video. We've seen clients, and we ourselves have done that in our Office video channels for, say, like outside training. We upload it to our channels, and then we're able to share it really easily to the rest of our organization. So the utilization of Office Video is really convenient because instead of having to really scratch your head on how to make this thing work and go through converters and go through all these different services, all you have to do literally is just drag and drop any video file that you want to share and then be able to share it after that.
Nice, sounds good. And does it support every kind of video format or the only specific ones?
So all the major video formats will be supported. It'll basically notify you if something doesn't work, and then you'll probably have to put it through a converter. But for the most part, I haven't had a situation where I dragged and dropped something and I had struggles with it. So pretty much any major video from like a phone or from a screen recording will be able to be supported just by dragging and dropping it.
Okay, cool. So we are not going to spend time waiting for the video to upload. So let's go back to the presentation, and you kind of showed me now these 3 apps and what they can do individually and kind of the tip of the iceberg of each of them. But I really want to know, what can I actually use this for? Is there a way I can use all 3 of these apps to drive Office 365 usage and marry them together to, I don't know, train employees or inform internally my team? What can I use these for?
Exactly. So why don't we go in and discuss that scenario that we talked about before with the annual golf tournament. So basically we can come up with a very simple way to string these together. In our case at eLearning Force Americas, we have LMS365, which is a learning management system on top of SharePoint. So we can come up with a LMS365 course and take our content that we've already created and make it into a course that we can have our employees take. So the first part we did was create a sway to showcase our annual golf tournament and what it's all about. Then we created an Office Mix PowerPoint with an interactive poll so that we can poll our employees, see what they're thinking about in terms of feedback. And then we uploaded some 4K video content from last year's event. So we take these 3 things and we can actually incorporate it into an online e-learning course that is put together into what we call a learning module. So a learning module allows us to take these pieces of content, string them together so that it's a really easy way to showcase to our employees what this content is all about. So for this, let's change over to my screen. So I will go over, show my screen. And now that I'm on my screen, basically I'm on this course that we've created previously, and we have this course page. This is all done in SharePoint, and all we have to do in order to add this into our content into our learning modules is to add and edit a new learning module. So we're going to go over to our learning module section. I have currently a learning module on the back end right now, just in case we need to refer back to it. But in our case, we're going to create a whole new one. And we're going to string over together our content. So we will type in annual golf tournament. If I can spell tournament right, that would be great. Tournament.
And this is all in Office 365.
Correct. So this is all in Office 365 as an app. So it's once again leveraging what you're capable of with Office 365. In this case, it's going to be SharePoint Online, and we're going to be stringing together those 3 other content. So annual golf tournament module, for example, we'll put in our description. Learn more about our golf tournament. And we'll publish it. And then all we have to do is drag and drop what we want. So we'll first start off with the Office video. We'll drop it here. It's going to ask us for an embed code. So I'm going to go over to our Office video. So let me get that link. So let me go to our Office video. Give me a second. Let's go over here. We're going to go to our video section. And we'll get that drone footage that we were uploading earlier. So let's go over to channels. We're going to go to our annual golf tournament. And let's get this Chris Tee-off video. So all I have to do is click on it. Once we're seeing this little video preview, all we have to do is click on the embed option, which will give us options to embed. So I'll change it over to 480p. We'll copy this guy, and then all I have to do is paste it. So I didn't have to do anything crazy to get this to work. All I did was copy and paste some code. So we'll call this Office Video. We'll insert this guy. Then we got our mix, so I'm going to drag and drop our mix. So let's go and drag and drop that guy. So I'm going to open up our mix. We're going to scroll down, share this guy. We'll copy this embed, paste it over here. And type this. And let's get the Office Sway. So I'm going to do another embed code. We'll go over to our completed Sway over here, share this guy, get the embed code.
Awesome. All the things we created.
Exactly. So Office Sway. So now I just insert this guy. Let's change out the order. So let's start with the video. Let's do the mix at the middle, and then mix at the end, and then Sway in the middle. So now all I have to do is click on Save. We took those 3 pieces of content that we made, and now we have it on our course. So now that it is published onto our course site, we can switch back to you, Victoria, and we'll be able to take that course.
All right. All right, let's see. So I have to go to my learning homepage. And there we go, the Employee Golf Tournament course. Oh, I'm here already. And here we have some information about the course. Cool. So I'm looking at this as if I was a new employee. I didn't know anything about this golf tournament. This is great. Okay, and then let me just refresh to make sure the changes are in there. Okay, there we go. And then I just get started right here?
Yep.
In the learning module? Okay.
So now you can see how easy it was to string together those pieces of content. So now we have this first video, which is our drone footage.
You can see what a great tee-off we got going on there. Nope. All right, well, let's go to the next step. And then I can exit and pause at any time. Will it save? Because I see here it's saving or has my progress. Will it save if I exit at any time?
Of course. So if you exit at any moment at any time, you'll be able to resume back to it with LMS365. And the convenient thing as well is that you can actually resume from another device as well. So since all of our things are working with phones and tablets, same thing here with the learning modules.
Awesome. And here we have the sway that we created. It's right in there, or I can pop it out, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Next step. I don't really have to do anything there. It's more informative. And here is the Office mix. As you saw before, I think this is the same quiz. Take me through that. Okay. And I can complete it right in here as well again. Submit. Continue. Okay. Awesome. And gotta keep going.
Yep. More food. We can always use more food.
Can never have enough of that. And submit. All right. And then it'll ask me again, oh, I can share it, or I can create my own. Awesome. And I'm assuming I go up here, next step?
Yep. And then it'll actually be the last step, which will just notify you saying that you've completed this learning module. So that's how quick and easy it was. Yeah, you can. So that's how quick and easy it was to actually just string together those different pieces of content all together in a nice, convenient form for our employees.
Cool. That I really like it. It looks, I mean, yeah, it's easy, and everything we created earlier is in there, so it's all in one spot. I like that. Um, Now, I don't know, the big question I have, of course, is in regards to usage, right? I have all these different apps that I can use, um, but can I really drive Office 365 usage? You said it's simple, um, and there's a variety of options available, but I want to make sure if I'm investing in something like Office 365 that everyone's actually utilizing it on a day-to-day basis like I am. So how could this
Right.
help?
So it's pretty simple to do that. All we have to do is, oh, sorry, skipped ahead too fast. Basically, it's really easy to do to basically use these apps and have everyone interact and share with them. So various ways that you can drive utilization and usage of your apps is to look for the share buttons. So all the apps that we saw today, they all have their form of the share button, and they all have a variety of ways to share. So you can share through social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can also share within your organization. You can also even just, send out an email. So a lot of people still live in their email boxes. So to drive that utilization, you can really easily click on the share button and share through traditional emails to get your colleagues to get part of it. Also, we highly suggest to utilize the built-in analytics so that you can really see the engagement of your users. And overall, basically, you can make using Office 365 fun. That will really help you encourage your colleagues to be able to utilize all these different apps in Office 365, because the more that you use them, the more that you share them, the more that you'll see the value in what it has to offer, and basically really enhance your experience with Office 365.
Nice. That definitely answers my question. So some of the goals I came in, into our whole conversation was being able to take full advantage of what Office 365 has to offer. And I think through those apps, I could definitely do that. I can create content. I can share stuff with my team. I can share stuff with partners, which has been really important internally. And then also another thing is, driving Office 365 adoption and usage across the board. And I think what's so cool about these apps and LMS 365 is you don't, like you said before, you don't have to be an expert. So whether, it's a finance guy or me in marketing or maybe someone who's super knowledgeable about Office 365, all kinds of people can easily create this content and use these apps and quickly come up with great looking stuff. And then finally, yeah, creating the content then that best fits the needs of your organization. So for example, the finance guy I mentioned, his look and feel might be different to what I like, and then he can create something that speaks to his team, and I can create something that I know will be most effective with my team. So I really like that.
Yep.
Maybe
So, yeah, go ahead.
maybe you can kind of summarize some of those benefits in a more eloquent way. And
Yeah. So basically, in terms of results and benefits, we can see that, right? So it's really easy to integrate these things that are already existing in our infrastructure. Both front end and back end, we already have these available with our Office 365 plans. So basically, it's just a matter of using them, and you don't need to be a complete tech guru in order to use them. Like everything that we've done today was just a matter of dragging and dropping different pieces of content that we want and incorporating them into a way to view it for our employees. That being said, it's really easy to use. You don't need to be an expert. All you need to do is be able to string together and be creative of how you want to showcase their pieces of content. And because it's cloud, it means connectivity. So you don't have to worry about having multiple versions of files and uploading them and stuff like that. It's basically really easy to create and access your creations with anyone, for anyone. So basically you'll be able to really share these pieces of content available in a really easy manner. Just by using the share buttons or using any device that you have. So being cloud is very powerful for that. It's very convenient for that so that it's available across the board for anyone who wants to access it.
Awesome. Well, that answers all of my questions, and I think we're right on time. So we'll check the chat box, and if you guys have any questions, we'd now like to open it up for you guys. So I saw some that came in throughout the webinar. So first one, which video formats are supported? And this is for the Office video. And I think, Austin, you already kind of went into this a little bit, but maybe reiterate.
Right, so Office video, and do we have, we can unmute the attendees, by the way, so we can have them talk. But yeah, Office video supports, basically, there's a long list of video formats that are supported, so I can't like reiterate all of them, but from the top of my head, MP4s are supported, movie files are supported, WMV, AVIs, a majority of the out-of-the-box formats that are supported with also Windows 10 are supported in Office Video. And to lead into that, the other question that we have, also from the same person, Office 365 Stream, is that going to replace Office 365 Video? Yes, but Stream is not available globally yet. Office Video is for all Office 365 subscribers, depending on the plan that you're on. So Office Stream will eventually replace it, but at the moment, what's globally rolled out is Office Video. And then we got another question. Is LMS365 an add-on application? Yes, it is. So LMS365 is a suite of products, or LMS365 Cloud specifically is this, in Office 365. So basically, you'll be able to purchase that and incorporate it into your SharePoint environment. All right, and then let's see here. Do we have, can we unmute the rest for any other questions, Victoria?
Yes, working on that.
Let me see.
It doesn't
here.
seem like they want to let you talk.
So yeah, let me see here. How do we unmute for everyone?
It looks like some people have muted themselves. So if you have any questions, please make sure to unmute yourself. You guys should all be unmuted now. All right, well, if there are no questions, then that concludes the webinar. You guys will be, oh, one just came in.
Oh, so
how
we have
would
a
you
question.
incorporate Microsoft Teams? That's a great question because that's exactly what we were using to work on this webinar.
So yeah, Microsoft Teams is actually the newest apps that are available for Office 365. So it literally just got released probably yesterday. Office Teams is basically a front end for different parts of Office 365. So you can actually incorporate. Why don't we? Do you think that we can show them, Victoria, what we did?
I don't have anything open. It's just turned on.
What?
And it sounds like a radio program. I can have anything.
So there's some background noise coming in. If you're having a side conversation, it would be awesome if you could just mute yourself. Thank you. All right, I think we're good. Go ahead, Austin, you were asking.
Yeah, so why don't we just give a little taste of Microsoft Teams. This wasn't intended for Microsoft Teams, but basically we can just give a little taste of what we've done with Teams. So what we did actually is that when we were making our webinar, we actually came up with a team for specifically creating this webinar between me and Victoria. So basically this is what Microsoft Teams look like, and in our case we went crazy with the feature of using embedded GIFs, but basically you'll be able to upload your content and work on it together. So we uploaded all of our drone footage, our images, we put in our files, so we can actually click on here and it'll give us a little preview of the PowerPoint slide that we had. So it's a great way to actually interact with each other on Office 365. And in our case, we even went above and beyond a bit and even incorporated our other parts. So we actually have, if I go back, we have a link to the golf tournament course that we made earlier. So if I click on this tab, we can directly in line in MS Teams talk about the course that we made. So I can even put in comments. So, hi Victoria. So we can talk in line about the content that we're seeing. So that's some of the ways that we've used Microsoft Teams for our environment.
Yeah, it's super fun. I loved using it. It was my first time using it, and it was great for collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's it with the questions. So that concludes our webinar. Thank you, everyone, for joining. There will be a recording going out to each of you that attended afterwards, and hopefully you'll join us again sometime.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Aspen. Bye.